Well, hello again, and welcome to the latest installment of the free financial educational blog site, Smart Financial Future. I'm John Williams, Certified Financial Planner. Why don't we get started? You know, seems like about once or twice a year, somebody calls us and asks us about borrowing against their IRA. Well, first off, borrowing is a lot more commonly associated with a company-sponsored retirement plan like a 401k or a 403b, or even from cash value type life insurance policies. But borrowing from an IRA is simply not allowed. What you are allowed to do, however, is to withdraw money with what is called a 60-day grace period before you have to put the money back in. If you don't redeposit your withdrawal within 60 days, however, you'll be taxed on the amount that you don't put back in, and if you're under 59 and a half, you'll face an additional penalty on top of those taxes. Now that 60-day grace period is considered to be a non-taxable rollover. So you're only allowed to do it once every 12 months. Be careful and don't get tripped up on the timing of that 12-month period though, since the 12-month period begins the day you receive the check, not the day you redeposit the funds back into your IRA. Also, keep in mind, it is your responsibility to be able to prove the day that you received that check. So I think it's a whole lot smarter just to use the day that the money came out of the IRA, since that's a whole lot easier to prove. If you're thinking about doing this, be very careful. Be aware of that 60-day window, because 60 days definitely doesn't mean 2 months. And you do not exclude holidays or weekends. In other words, 60 days is exactly 60 days. That 60-day window technically starts the day you receive the check, and it ends the day you redeposit the funds. Again, it is your responsibility to be able to prove when you receive the check. And obviously that could be a little bit tough. I think the smarter way to go about it is to use the day the money left your IRA. Keep in mind, the IRS is very strict on this, and you don't want to pay taxes and penalties when you don't have to. Now, in my opinion, most people shouldn't even be doing this. I think usually you'd be better off exploring other borrowing options. You know something? Despite the fact that people promise themselves that they're going to only use the money for 60 days and put the money right back in, over the years, I don't think I remember anyone ever redepositing the money that they took out. Seems like once it comes out of the IRA, it just tends to never go back in. And at the end of the day, that makes it fully taxable, and if you're under 59 and a half, it'll get penalized on top of that. Besides, the money is supposed to be for your retirement years, remember? It's not a quick place to borrow money from, so think about this long and hard before you do it. This has been John Williams with the free financial educational blog site, Smart Financial Future. Don't hesitate to let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time. If you're under 59 and a half, you'll be faced with a sponsored retirement plan. Borrowing against